Islam in Mongolia is practiced by approximately 5 to 7% of the population. It is practiced by the ethnic Kazakhs of Bayan-Ölgii province and Khovd province aimag in western Mongolia. In addition, a number of small Kazakh communities can be found in various cities and towns spread throughout the country. History. The earliest evidence of Islam in Mongolia is dated to 1254, when the Franciscan William of Rubruck visited the court of the great Khan Monka at Karakoram. He celebrated Easter at a Nestorian Christian church but also noted 7 temples of the idolaters and 2 mosques. Therefore, historians date the arrival of Islam to Mongolia to between 1222 and 1254. Islam also gained the notice of the Mongols after Genghis Khan invaded Afghanistan in 1222. On his way back to Mongolia, he visited Bukhara in Transoxiana. It was believed he inquired about Islam, and subsequently approved of Muslim tenets except the Hajj, considering it unnecessary. Nevertheless, he continued his worship of Tengri as his ancestors had done. Genghis Khan and the following Yuan emperors forbade Islamic practices like halal butchering, forcing Mongol methods of butchering animals on Muslims, and other restrictive decrees continued. Muslims had to slaughter sheep in secret. Genghis Khan directly called Muslims and Jews slaves, and demanded that they follow the Mongol method of eating rather than the halal method. Circumcision was also forbidden. Jews were also affected, and forbidden by the Mongols to eat kosher. Among all the alien peoples only the Hui say, "We do not eat Mongol food. By the aid of heaven we have pacified you. You are our slaves, yet you do not eat our food or drink. How can this be right?" Quote, he thereupon made them eat. If you slaughter sheep, you'll be considered guilty of a crime. Quote, he issued a regulation to that effect. All the Muslims say, if someone else slaughters, we do not eat, because the poor people are upset by this. From now on, Muslimin Hui and Jew Hui, no matter who kills will eat and must cease slaughtering sheep themselves, and cease the rite of circumcision. Genghis Khan's grandson Burqa converted to Islam due to the efforts of Saifuddin Dervish, a dervish from Khorasan. Thus Burqa became one of the first Mongol rulers to convert. Other Mongol leaders owed the conversion to Islam due to the influence of a Muslim wife. Later, it was the Mamluk ruler Baybars who played an important role in bringing many Golden Horde Mongols to Islam. Baybars developed strong ties with the Mongols of the Golden Horde and took steps for the Golden Horde Mongols to travel to Egypt. The arrival of the Golden Horde Mongols to Egypt resulted in a significant number of Mongols accepting Islam. By the 1330s, 3 of the 4 major khanates of the Mongol Empire had become Muslim. These were the Golden Horde, Uligus Ulus and Chagatais Ulus. The Yuan Empire also embraced Muslim peoples such as the Persians. Although the court of the Yuan Empire adopted Tibetan Buddhism as the official religion, the majority of the ordinary Mongols, especially those who continued living in Mongolia proper, remained shamanists. After the decline of the Yuan dynasty, shamanism once again became the dominant religion. To varying degrees, political and economic relations with Muslim nations such as Mofulistan continued. The Muslim Kazakhs began to settle in the Jungaria and Altai regions in the late 19th century. The majority of these Kazakhs were the Kare and Naiman clans, many of them escaping persecution in Tsarist Russia. When Bogdo Khan assumed power in Mongolia on December 29, 1911, the Kazakhs in Xinjiang and Altai regions sought the patronage of the restored Khanate. The government of Bogdo Khan admitted them and allowed them to settle in the western region of Mongolia's Khovd territory. Communist era. Bayan-Ölgii aimag was established as part of the administrative reforms of the Mongolian People's Republic in 1940. As a result of historically high birth rates, the Muslim population in Mongolia increased between 1956 and 1989. However, there was a decline in the Muslim population in 1990 to 1993 due to the large wave of repatriation of ethnic Kazakhs to Kazakhstan following the breakup of the Soviet Union. Today, Islam is currently practiced predominantly in the western portion of the country as well as in Mongolia's capital. Some of the major population centers with a significant Muslim presence include Ulaanbaatar, Khovd and Aimag, Erdenet, Darkhan, Bulgan, Sharingal and Burk cities. Notable Mongol Muslims: Berke, grandson of Genghis Khan and leader of the Golden Horde, who was the first Mongol ruler to establish Islam in a Mongol state. Ghazan, seventh ruler of the Ilkhanate. Muhammad Khodabanda, formerly a Christian. He was the 8th Ilkhanate dynasty ruler in Iran from 1304 to 1316. Mubarak Shah, head of the Ulus of the Chagatai Khanate. Nowruz, a convert to Islam, he played an important role in the politics of the Mongol Ilkhanate. Neguda, Mongol general, and Noyan, Nogai Khan, Mongol general and great-grandson of Genghis Khan. Tamashirin, Khan of the Chagatai Khanate following Dua Timur. Tekuda, Mongol leader of the Ilkhan Empire who was formerly a Nestorian Christian. Tudamengu, Mongol leader of the Golden Horde. Tufluf Timur, the Khan of Mogulistan. Uljatima Khan, also known as Banshir Khan after he converted to Islam while he stayed at the court of Timur in Samarkand.